Hello, everyone. Welcome to Barca News. It is April 23rd, 2024, and Barcelona are set to renew their agreement with Nike. Also, there are reports saying that Barcelona could consider the sale of Ronald Araujo. And finally, the club are set to profit off the sale of Abde as Real Betis put the Moroccan winger on the market. We have a lot to discuss. So let's begin. Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. My name is Mo, and before we begin with the news, just a quick reminder to make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and drop a comment. All of this helps this channel continue to grow. Also, if you are looking for any Barcelona jerseys or merchandise, make sure you hit the Kip Bag, and if you are looking to place any sports bets, make sure you hit the Bet Us. Both links for Kip Bag and Bet Us are down below in the description. Now let's begin with the news because it is reported that Barcelona are very close to renewing and extending their contract with the multinational Nike. Now, as you know by now, the whole saga started last November when Barcelona found out that the Nike contract that Josep Maria Bartomeu had signed back in 2018 was a pretty terrible contract where Nike were underpaying Barcelona. There was also several clauses in the contract that punished Barcelona for not reaching certain milestones and therefore decreasing the money that Nike was paying the club. And it was found out that Barcelona were earning around 35 million euros from Nike per season, which of course is incredibly low, which caused Joan Laporta to unilaterally terminate the contract between Barcelona and Nike. And of course, Nike immediately took legal actions in the Spanish courts, ordered kind of like a precautionary measure to maintain the contract in place while the litigation proceeds. Now, Barcelona went onto the market to try to look for other alternatives. Of course, we know about the Puma deal. We also know about Barcelona considering manufacturing their own kits with the help of Hummel. But now it seems like Nike has come back to the table because they don't want to lose Barcelona as a customer, especially since, let's not forget, this November will be the 125th anniversary of Barcelona. Barcelona will have special kits for this occasion to commemorate this occasion, and it's expected that there's going to be a huge volume of sales. So Nike does not want to miss out on this money. So therefore, Nike's negotiators met with Barcelona negotiators in order to try to extend the contract and negotiate a new one. And as I reported before, Barcelona are looking to negotiate a contract where they would get paid 120 million euros from Nike plus 100 million euro signing bonus. And to add to all that, Barcelona want to include bonus clauses in the contract where if the club meets certain objectives, for example, if the club wins La Liga or the Champions League, etc., then the club could earn more money in bonuses every season. And they want to get rid of all the punishing clauses that Bartomeu agreed to, those clauses that reduce the money that Nike would pay Barcelona if Barcelona don't achieve certain objectives. And it's now being reported that the agreement is very close and that we could even hear an announcement as soon as next week because it seems like the contract renewal is imminent. Now, this will be a 10-year contract, so Nike would be extending it until 2034. And again, we could expect an announcement as soon as next week because that's how close both parties are to reaching an agreement. And the good news is that if Nike do pay the 100 million euros in signing bonus, that will automatically solve Barcelona's financial fair play. Barcelona would be able to return to the 1-to-1 rule and therefore would be able to sign players in the summer without any restrictions. Because as you know, Barcelona will be short 100 million euros this summer because Libero, the German investment fund that bought part of Barca Studios, failed to pay 40 million euros this past December. They're supposed to pay Barcelona another 60 million euros come the summer. Of course, that's not going to happen. So right there, Barcelona will be short 100 million euros in the summer. But if Nike paid that 100 million euro signing bonus, then automatically that will be solved and Barcelona could return to the 1-to-1 rule, which means that they could sign without any restrictions come this summer. Now, this is good news, but it will be followed by bad news because reports are stating that Barcelona could consider the sale of Ronald Araujo in case of an emergency. Now, before you freak out, that's not the plan right now. Barcelona want to extend the contract of Ronald Araujo. Ronald Araujo wants to stay in Barcelona. The two parties have already begun negotiations to extend the contract of Ronald Araujo past its expiration in 2026. However, in the case of an emergency where Barcelona absolutely need to sell a player, they could consider the sale of Ronald Araujo because he's one of the very few players on the squad that other clubs could pay upwards of 100 million euros. And given the fact that Barcelona only paid, I think it was 5 or 6 million euros for his signing, then that would be all pure profit and it would be a huge profit margin. Now, again, don't confuse the news. Barcelona are not planning to sell him. They're not planning to put him on the market. They still want to extend the contract of Araujo. Araujo still wants to stay. But in case that Barcelona need to make a big sale, then Ronald Araujo could be one of those players that Barcelona could consider. And it's reported that Araujo has so much love for the club that he would be even willing to leave, even though he doesn't want to. He wants to stay in Barcelona. He would still be open to leave just to help the club out. But of course, for that to happen, Barcelona would have to ask him and say, hey, we're going to have to sell you. And Araujo would agree again, just to help the club. Now, Barcelona are reportedly also considering the sale of Frenkie de Jong. If anything, Frenkie de Jong would probably be a higher priority than the sale of Ronald Araujo, given his incredibly high salary that Barcelona cannot afford. But again, as of now, Barcelona are not planning to sell anyone for now. This is just in case of an emergency. Now, a big sale of players is not going to be the only way that Barcelona will be able to generate funds. Of course, there are the sale of the loan players who are currently on loan that Barcelona are planning on selling to generate funds. And of course, there are those players that Barcelona still maintain percentage of any future sales. And one of them is the Moroccan winger, Abde. Now, we all remember how Abde requested that Barcelona give him guarantee of minutes with the first team. Xavi wanted to keep Abde. He said, if you stay, you're going to get some minutes. I can't guarantee you a spot, can't guarantee you minutes, but if you stay, you can earn your spot. He, of course, decided to leave because he thought that he can get minutes anywhere else. And while it turns out that Abde cannot get any minutes wherever he wants, because at Real Betis, his minutes were very inconsistent this season. And as of late, he hasn't played a single minute. And therefore, Real Betis have decided to place Abde on the market. Now, how is this relevant for Barcelona? Where Barcelona, when they sold them to Real Betis, they retained 50% of any future sales. It's reported that Real Betis are expected to sell Abde for around 10 to 12 million euros. So if that is achieved, Barcelona could make between 5 to 6 million euros off the sale. That's to add to the 7.5 million euros that Barcelona made when they sold them to Real Betis. So not a bad deal, given that Barcelona paid, I think it was 2 or 3 million euros to sign Abde and to end up making around 12, 13 million. Not a bad deal. And again, another income for Barcelona this summer. And let's not forget, Barcelona still have future interests in Mika Marmol, also in Jean-Claire Todibo, 2 players who are set to be sold this summer. So Barcelona will be making money off those sales. Plus, again, like I said, those players who are currently on loan, like Serginho Dest, Lenglet, etc. But anyways, that is all the news for this video. I will be uploading another video a little bit later. Thank you for watching. Make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, drop a comment giving me your thoughts and opinions, and I will see you in the next video. And as always, Visca Barça.